GTA modders are here to finish the fight in court. We're also talking about how Halo, Battlefield, and Deathloop are fixing some things. So after being slapped with a lawsuit from publishing giant Take-Two Interactive, a group of modders have decided to fight back in court. The modders were originally sued for their project Re3, which reverse engineered the source code for GTA 3 and Vice City, allowing the games to run on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation Vita. And what's interesting to me is that this lawsuit was filed just 2 months before we got the official release of those two games on Nintendo Switch. Versions that are not running that well. But if you want to know more about whether you should play the GTA Definitive Edition on Switch, then might I recommend Dave Klein's video. I'll put the thumbnail right here. This is what you're looking for. Go click it after this. Now back to the lawsuit. The modding group, however, is denying accusations of copyright infringement from Take-Two, stating that they, quote, respectfully request that the court enter judgment in their favor and against plaintiff, denying plaintiff all relief sought herein. Nailed it. I could have been a lawyer. Meanwhile, Take-Two has claimed that the modding group's reverse engineering and distribution of Re3 has caused and is continuing to cause irreparable harm to the company. Through the lawsuit, Take-Two is seeking damages and injunction and other equitable relief against defendants and those working in concert with them. However, the modding group's denial hinges on an argument that Re3 doesn't actually contain any Rockstar created assets. Instead, the mod simply contains functional reverse engineered versions of GTA 3 and Vice City's machine code, which the group argues falls under fair use. Another recommendation is the best glitches video that we also put up. We got a lot of GTA for you. Moving on to Halo, developer 343 Industries is making major changes to the game's Battle Pass progression system in wake of a wave of negative feedback. The changes that were outlined on Wednesday evening are now live in the game, and 343 says this is only an initial step. Here's a rundown of the changes. Halo Infinite players can now earn XP by completing match-made games. The Play One Game Daily Challenge is worth 50 XP each. The challenge deck is also being updated to better serve players of all skill sets. Additionally, XP boosts will now last for 1 hour rather than 30 minutes. As a result of these changes, all progress on active daily and weekly challenges will need to be reset. However, all players who sign in between November 23rd and 30th will receive this week's ultimate reward. And keeping with the shooter news, let's talk about Battlefield 2042 because the rubber banding issue we spoke about yesterday should be fixed soon. Other changes include renaming of the problematic Boris skin, a fix for allied player names not displaying correctly, and more. The update also re-enables the Prox sensor gadget, which was temporarily removed from the game in order to improve server performance. This update is just the first of 3 updates planned for the game in the next 30 days. But in other update related news, Deathloop's second major patch is out now. On PS5, there are new field of view and motion blur options, while UI buttons and text in menus are now larger to help address accessibility concerns. The November 18th patch also makes changes to NPC behavior in a number of ways. NPCs will now react more appropriately to bullets that nearly miss them, while they will also react more realistically when one of their NPC friends is assassinated nearby. NPCs are also getting smarter and can now hear better and react faster to your movements, as well as determine the direction of an incoming grenade and react accordingly. The new Deathloop patch also fixes a series of bugs, including visual glitches and a problem that could make closed doors look as if they were open. You can see the full patch notes over on GameSpot.com. Okay, homework time. Go watch those videos I mentioned, and then afterwards, go update the games that I was talking about in this video. Unless you have auto update on, then it kind of already took care of itself.